can't stick around with you guys tonight. I've volunteered for something for the church that happens to be at the same time the last 3 classes are. So,
Oh, that's too bad.
yeah. But I'll be able to look at the recordings, I guess. But you guys have fun tonight. Maybe I'll stop in if they get done early.
Does Montana know you're not going to be here?
Yeah, I had told her in an email, but I don't know if she got it. So, but anyway, I'll put it in chat. Well, I guess it won't. Yeah, I'll try that. Yeah. All right, Judy, you guys have a good time.
See ya.
Bye now.
Montana, what tuning do we need to be in?
I didn't have my volume up.
Montana, what key do we need to be in?
D. Just
The what?
Nancy got a wooden phone.
Well, those are gonna wear off. Well, let's take a hammer and I'll punch it in there with a punch. Yeah, I'll punch it in with that hammer. I did.
Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm late.
Montana, I wondered if Clyde Davenport was a dancer because of the shoes he had on.
Good question. I don't know. Have you ever listened to him much? Oh, He's a dandy. He actually just, it seems like everybody passed away in 2020. He just passed away. Got the recording now. So if you do attend jams, you know, post-COVID, post-vax, this is a really common jam tune. Fiddlers love playing this tune. It has such a like shuffly kind of drive. It's really fun, and it's a really fun tune to play on the banjo. So it's a real crowd pleaser. So I'll play it for y'all a couple times through at a acceptable pace. And my idea is that this week we'll work on it in this double C, double D tuning, or we may be able to get them both done today. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I feel like Arlo did like 4 songs last week, and I was like, damn, that's awesome. So maybe we'll try to get them both in today and squeeze it in. But my thinking was that we would do it in this tuning, and somebody expressed that they would like to learn the same tune in alternate tunings, and then we'll go and we'll do this in kind of a funky open Reuben tuning, which is my favorite way to play it. But also when you're in these jam situations and somebody's like 5 miles from town, you have to retune the entire banjo. So I often don't get the opportunity to play it with others because nobody wants to wait on me to tune my entire banjo. So we'll see how it goes. Where are you, Flo? Okay. 5 miles from town. Let me scoot this baby back so y'all can see me. Good. All right. Goodness, that was ambitious. I have not played. Well, I played I had an actual gig last night. That was really fun. Just a little restaurant gig where nobody was paying attention, so we just got to play tunes. But that was ambitious. I have not played today, so gonna slow it down. So hopefully you guys can come back and watch this, and maybe it won't be so sloppy. We'll try it again. in a jam setting. And it gets in such a groove. It really, like, it gets to the point where it's just meditative. You know what I mean? So one thing to note, I want to get this started, get this out of the way before we get started on the structure of the tune. Does everyone know in here, are they familiar? Do they understand crooked tunes? A couple say yeah, a couple say no, some look unsure. Okay, it's all right. A crooked tune just means that its meter is irregular. So, you know, normally we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, and then we change. That's usually, it indicates where the chords are going to change so that we can count 4 beats. Say we have 4 beats on the D chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go to the F chord, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And it keeps it regular. This tune is, I also play crooked naturally, Elizabeth. Don't worry. I do. I have I don't know what it was. Like Linda used to have, she broke me of that. You know, she's naturally a bass player. That's her, that's where she started as a bass player. So like working with me was a nightmare. So, and it took me a long time to really understand what crooked tunes mean. And I apologize if I don't have a great way of explaining it. But basically all it means is that we're going to have an extra beat or two kind of hanging on. But if you memorize this melody and if you memorize kind of the layout of what you're doing, you're not even going to notice it. But if you have somebody, we are in double C capo, yes. Yeah. But if you have a guitar player or a bass player playing with you, they might get a headache with this tune. But and I'll show you when we get there where the crooked part is. The 4th string is a really, like, we're going to rely on that heavily. That's where that kind of drony, vibey, you know. Okay, can you guys see my hands okay? Do I need to adjust anything? Okay. So we're just gonna do that a few times. That's the structure of it.
We can't really see your right hand at all.
I'll point out the right hand whenever it gets like relevant. Right now it's just doing its basic thing, but the basic bum diddy kind of thing. So here's the first phrase. And if you notice, I hold that D chord. I hold that first fret down at the second, first string down at the second. What? You know what I'm talking about. I've done too many of these little videos. My brain is fried. So I hold that chord down because it just leaves it a little like ambiguous if I don't. So here's how I'm going to do this. First phrase. Okay, that's the first phrase, and we'll repeat that. So it goes like this. Slide, pull off. Beat, slide, pull off. Okay, and then we're coming back to that open D string on the fourth string. I'll play that again. Comfortable? Easy enough?
That last little bit after, yeah, what are you doing?
So that's just, I'm fretting at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th fret, and then pulling off on the 2nd fret, all on the 4th string. So, pop, pull off the brush, thumb 4, open. then I grab that chord again. So. One more. Okay. Frozen. Are we back? Okay, I froze. Sorry. So the part after this is where it gets crooked. It gets a little squirrely because we're going to change chords early. So just think of, separate that part from this part in your brain if you can for right now. So what we're going to do now is that's open 3 and then the third string fretted at 2. And then I usually go. What did Arlo call it? He called it such a cute little, like, I never know what to call that little flick. He called it something. Anybody remember? I made a mental note to remember what it was.
Did he call it a flutter?
Yeah, that's right. A flutter. So we'll kind of flutter. We'll go ba, ba, ba. And I always kind of think of that like as a horn, like a signal, like we're changing chords. Then we'll flutter. And then we'll pull off on the 4th string. 4, pull off. Then open 4. I'll do that again because that didn't make sense. Horn. Okay, flutter. Pull off on 4, 2, open 4. Does that make sense? Let me do it again. Here's that second phrase in its entirety. Okay, I'll do it again. Okay, I'm going to go from the beginning. I'm going to play that first phrase that we did, the drony part, and then into that second phrase, okay? I'll play it very slow. 1, 2, ready, go. Let me repeat. Okay. Let's take a second to stop and breathe for a minute. This is a good, if you are a banjo player that does not utilize all of your fingers on your left hand, this is a good one to start practicing with, okay? Instead of going, that brings my hand all the way up to the 4th fret, and then I don't do jack above the 4th fret. So why do I need all these fingers up here, right? Let's keep our fingers here, and let's utilize and practice with our ring finger doing that pull off on the 4th fret, right? So, and that just makes our economy of motion more efficient, okay? getting into corporate America here. We want everything to be efficient. And see, right there, I cheated, and I noticed Eileen holding her cord down, like we talked about before, and I wasn't holding the cord down. So that reminded me. So now we're going. Right? You can do either way. You can kind of cheat and make that cord a little more ambiguous to where you're not holding it down, because I like to slide into it. Okay. All right. Any questions on that second phrase? So that's the whole A part. Questions on that second phrase? I know we probably have some on that. We feeling confident with that? Okay. Wunderbar. Let's get this B part over with. I think the B part is a little easier and it's more straight. Okay. Let me play the B part for y'all at simplified. So you have that little motion in every part. Okay, so get comfortable with it. That gives that kind of shuffly kind of groove. Let me play that B part one more time. Okay, break it down, Tana. We're going to hammer on third fret. We're basically going to go down that ladder and go hammer on third string at the second fret. Most all of this is in the second fret until we get a little squirrely. So ladder it out. Okay. Okay, what's that? Ladder. Pull off. You just kind of have to think of that as a little loop with we're doing some hammer-ons and pull-offs there, all in this realm right here. I'll play it again a couple times slowly. And I'm doing a drop thumb in there. So 1, 2, pull off. And then going right back into the hammer-ons. I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to play that a couple times on a loop if y'all want to play it along with me, okay? Oh, sorry, Flo. Sorry. It's okay. Chill. I'm not trying to hurt you. Loop. Does anybody want to volunteer to just play that one little part? Just so I can make sure one person has got it. No. Don't make me call on you. Eileen, you seem like you were getting it.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. Make it.
Oh no, I can't. Okay, so my fifth string won't go up to A, so I have it in G still.
Nah, it don't matter.
Okay. Okay,
You're not
so
gonna get out of it that easy. All right.
it won't. It sounds terrible. I'm sorry.
Perfect. That's it. Perfect. That's it. That's it. All except your G string. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why it's doing that. It won't go up to A. It twangs and then it's back down to F.
Yeah, that's last week when Arlo took over for us. That was the problem that I was having with my banjo, is that my fifth string was just all wonked out. So
How'd you fix
And
it? Just
other
put a new one on?
I haven't fixed it yet. It's been too busy. I haven't done anything to it. I just got my other banjo out. So all right. Well, thanks, Eileen. That was great. That you got it there. That's what we're doing. Everything okay, Arlo? I think maybe he's zooming on another screen with his beginners. Yeah. Okay, so that nice, pretty sing-songy B part. Now we're gonna make it. Do it again. So that's all the part that you're missing. A hammer on. And we're gonna go all the way to the third string at the fifth fret. Again. So let me put all those together. Again. Yeah, we're back. Okay, so you got most of that, I think, before I froze up. So that's the whole A and B. You guys want me to go through it one more time all together? And then we got 20 minutes. We can maybe touch on the other version of 5 Miles from Town now that you have that melt. Or what do you guys think? Do you want to try to do it? It'd be a good excuse at least to get in the tuning. If nobody has ever been in Ruben's tuning, I'll walk you through that. You can write some things down. I'll show you some little things here and there, and then you can hear the difference of that version and the version that we will work on probably next week, but we'll get into the tuning after this. So I'll go over it again. Any volunteers wanting to play this version? No, I knew that was a no. I'm not gonna make anybody do that. That's just, yeah, mean spirited. Okay. We'll do it at this pace, right? Play along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. B. Again. So there's 5 miles from town. I'll show you too. When I get to that B part, like I've told y'all many times, to like one thing that I think is important is adding variations in there, here and there. Just because old time music, traditional music can be quite repetitive. That's kind of the whole nature of it. You know, that's its whole bag. So by putting in extra little things here and there, so that B part, sometimes I'll play it like this. I'll do it slow, sorry. That's not very slow, is it? Let me do it without looking at my own right hand. Take it or leave it. Let's leave that in the past. So you guys can do that. So now let's explore one of my most favorite tunings. All right. Take your bra off. I mean, your capo. Okay. Take that off. And I'm going to tell you string by string where we're going. All right. Start. When you're ready, give me a head nod. Okay. If you want to write it down, we'll write it down. Actually, let me just put this in the chat right now so everybody can see it. How do I do the chat? F sharp. Okay. That little bitty F sharp is your 5th string. The lowercase F sharp is your 5th string. So I usually start tuning with my 4th string. That's going to a D. Then I go to a 3rd. It's going down to an F sharp. 2nd string is an A natural. 1st string stays at a D. 5th string is going to come down to an F sharp. And it's going to match that 3rd. You'll notice that. Okay. We've entered a new dimension. Okay. this is your first very Kentucky, well, not your first, because we did that F tuning. That's a very Kentucky tuning right there, that F tuning. But this one was used a lot as well. And it is one of the most forgiving tunings because through the top to bottom, starting with the 5th string, again, we have F sharp, D, F sharp, A, and D. So it's the most forgiving tuning because, or one of the most, it's a D chord. Every string here falls into the structure of a D chord. A D chord is made of D, F sharp, and A, and that's it. So just playing this open, it has a really, really pleasing timbre, tone of a D. Right? You guys know the tune Reuben's Train? Here's a quick one that we can learn in 2 seconds. This was, I remember vividly, Linda Jean taught me this tuning in the lobby at the KCTM. And she was like, here's how you play Reuben's Train. Oh, Reuben died on the train, went from Alabama to Lane. I like being a driver on the line. It's so morning, I see when the truck is on the line. It's the same thing as Ruby, Are You Mad at You Man? I've done all I can do, dragging along with you. Still, you're not satisfied. Oh, Ruby, honey, are you mad at your man? Okay, that's like as easy as boil them cabbage down. That's just a slides and pull-offs. That's all it is. And it is one of, like, you want to talk about meditative, you can get lost in that tune. You can also blow your vocal cords out. I've done that before, drunk at parties. Because you have some wooks show up and they want to play, and I'm like, you know a D chord? Okay, well, let's just play a D chord for a couple minutes. So here's how 5 Miles from Town sounds in that, all right? Now, forgive me if I flood, because I will. All right? ways to play that tune. But listening to John Haywood do it instead of me. But it's very fun. It's forgiving. It does have the same structure and a lot of the same qualities of the tune. Like it doesn't sacrifice anything. You know what I mean? And it just has that warm, open, natural sound to it. So we can work on that next week if you guys want to. I don't much want to get into it with just 10 minutes left to spare. I think that's doing a disservice to it. But we can work on that because once you have a week to live with that melody of 5 Miles from Town, this one will come a little easier, right? So we'll work on that. And another tune like John Henry. I haven't played it in a long time, but you can play John Henry out of this tune. There's another good one that I think. So, all right, this group consistently shows up. How did we feel about? We've only done one lesson with 2 finger, correct? We did Hills of Mexico. Have you guys had any success with practicing Hills of Mexico 2 finger style since that lesson? Not much. Yeah, haven't really given it much time because it seems kind of too out there. I understand. There's a tune that I love to teach called Jay Gould's Daughter. And it's a singing tune if you want to play it. And I'm pretty positive that I have the tablet. How do we do what with tablature? Poorly? A few good? Okay. So I do have tablature written out to that tune, which has basically the strings, the frets, and the fingers to use for it. But it's not too difficult to learn. And you can adapt it and play it overhand style, clawhammer style too. But it's a beautiful tune. I'll play you a piece of it, okay? Because I think the most natural thing to do after we review 5 Miles from Town in this tuning is to go to Jay Gould's Daughter, give you guys one more immersive lesson in 2 finger, and then take it or leave it. Kind of thing, you know what I mean? You can expand upon it, or you can just stick to your guns. But here's Jay Gould's Daughter. Some of the words. On Monday morning it decided to rain. Well, around the corner come a passenger train. On the boxcar was a hobo John. Was a good old hobo, but he's dead and gone. He's dead and gone. He's dead and gone. He's a good old hobo, but he's dead and gone. So, I think that's one of the most beautiful melodies that has ever come together. And it looks involved, but it's really not. And it does have that kind of bluesy, old hobo railroad kind of vibe to it. And I think it would be a good one for us to explore since we are coming to the end of our trip here. It's a good one for us to explore. And I think it might be it might lend itself more to success for two finger for those of y'all who have found two finger kind of shaky ground. So I'm going to invite our breakout rooms back in here. Do y'all have any questions? Closing thoughts?
What was this tuning called?
I call it Rubens tuning. And a lot of people just call it open D tuning as well, but yeah, Rubens tuning is a safe bet to use. Yeah. Super pretty. I think you're talking to us, Steve, but I think you got yourself on mute. There we go.
I just wanted to say that we lost a good musician here in Kansas this last week. Doug DuBois, he's from Lawrence. He had an accident on his tractor, and it killed him. We lost him. He played auto harp and an excellent fiddle player. And so, along with everybody else that's gone this year, there's one in Kansas that's gone.
Yeah. Sorry for your loss, buddy. It's been a tough year. Been a whole damn year. It's everything about it has been challenging. And that's another point. Bring up the last couple lessons that we do. I hope to do a Jimmy McCowan tune, who was a very dear friend of the local Honeys and everybody that ever attended Cowan Creek. Do one of his kind of most popular and most shared tunes called Snowdrops. And then also, hopefully I can revisit some Lee Sexton stuff, and we can learn some Lee Sexton stuff and do a tribute to some of our lost heroes that were Cowan Creek staples. Seems fitting, right? And y'all have been such a good group to have, and thank you all so much for sitting with us every week and being so involved and attentive. All right, well, I'll let y'all go unless anybody has any closing thoughts, closing arguments.
Thank you so much. This has been so great.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah,
guys.
thanks.
Yeah.
All
Thanks
right.
for not calling on me.
Anytime.
Make sure you all get out and play your banjo in the warm weather while you can.
Oh yeah.
I did some on the porch today and it was fine.
Oh,
fine.
that's
Fine.
awesome.
Did you get a new tattoo?
No, this is Sharpie. Zoe just
Okay,
did
I
it.
was wondering. I was like, either that's a very bold tattoo, or somebody did.
I noticed that too.
Yeah,
It was a snake.
Yeah,
that's what it's supposed to be. It's got a rattle right there and a head right there.
Cool.
looks awesome.
Wow. Are you thinking about getting that snake tattooed permanent?
No, we were like thinking about what tattoos I would get if I were to get one, but I think it would be small. I'm not that bold yet, you know. It would have to be something maybe Kentucky related.
Yeah.
Like the poplar leaf or something.
Oh. Well, the snake is a good look.
Thanks. My wife thinks so too.
Copperhead.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys next week. Y'all have a wonderful week.
Thanks, Montana.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Hey, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye. Thank you.